did was right, and that's all that matters. I was out for a ride that morning when I saw her. She was beautiful. Her hair shone in the light, that sort of pale, gentle morning light. She wore a red hood, I remember. I wondered even then where she'd gotten it, and perhaps it was the hood which caught my eye. Some might call it a chance meeting. I call it destiny. I didn't speak to her that morning, but I marked which house was hers. I knew that I could arrange a meeting with her any time I liked. There are some advantages to nobility, after all. But I thought she might like it if I came to her door, like one of her peers might have. Bouquet of flowers, basket of pastries, the whole thing. It might look a little silly, might be a little below my station, but what matter? She'd be flattered by it, I was sure. And dignity must, of course, make sacrifices in the name of love. I was sure she'd appreciate it. Anyone who wore such a hood as that must have had a touch of whimsy. She filled my mind all day, and I returned to my uncle's laboratory that night with my head full of romantic visions. My uncle could see it in me when I arrived. He knows the signs of a young man in love. An alchemist makes his fair share of love potions in his time. He knows me well, and he knows that I'm not one to speak my mind until I've considered things. He didn't stop me as I made my way to my room. My mind was full of her as I drifted off to sleep. And so, is it really any surprise that my dreams were too? I saw a golden ring binding her to me. I saw a red cloak on the floor and a dash of red on a white sheet. I saw the warm glow of a hearth and my arms around her waist. I saw her draw close to me, words of love on her lips. I saw her hand on my leg and my lips on her shoulders. I saw more of her in those dreams than I've ever seen of anyone. I woke once in the night and went to my uncle's laboratory. He mixed me a potion for deep sleep and vivid dreams, and I returned to her arms. Even if it was only an illusion, I would take it. When I woke, I recorded all I could remember of my dreams, just in case. Again and again, I saw a red cape hit the floor. That morning, I told my uncle all about it over breakfast. He offered to make me a love potion, but I didn't want to do it that way. Not yet. I set off after breakfast with a bouquet and a basket of goodies. The village seemed enchanted to me that morning, knowing that she'd soon be mine. The light of morning was gold and shining, turning windows to glittering crystal and thatched roofs to golden straw. The peasants whom I normally overlooked, each of them seemed to have a new life, suffused with the happiness that radiated from me. I pictured her face when she realized that I had taken an interest in her. I could see her blush and look away, and I would turn her face to me and kiss her, and she would come home with me. I reached her door. I was nervous. I'm never nervous. I knocked and she answered it. She was surprised to see me, I could tell. I understood that. Someone like her would only rarely see someone like me, after all. Hello, I said, holding out the flowers. I saw you in the village yesterday. You've got a lovely cape, by the way. Family heirloom? Someone like you must have come from good stock, whatever your current situation. I love you. She didn't speak at first, just looked at me blankly. I assumed it was surprise. That was understandable.
What do you want?
Was what she finally said. This seemed an unusual response to a declaration such as that which I'd just made. Do you, I began, do you know what I'm saying? She looked at me, and her eyes were beautiful, but they were hard. There was no adoration in those eyes.
You're saying you want me.
She said. That I love you, I corrected. The instant I saw you.
You want me.
She repeated. Nobody had ever interrupted me before. Well, I said, yes, I suppose so. So, and I stretched my hand out to her magnanimously. Will you come with me?
No.
She said. No.
No.
What do you mean? I asked, taken aback. Shall I return for you later?
No.
She said, and she closed the door. At first, I was shocked, and shock turned to pain. Pain gave way to anger. Anger hardened into a core of resolve. I would show her. I returned to my uncle's house in a black cloud, and went silently to my room. I drank the last of the potion and fell into a deep sleep of chaotic dreams. She twined through my mind like a serpent, her poisoned fangs turning everything to pain. Every moment was a memory, and every memory a mockery. Sunlight on thatch, flowers, her red cape, each danced before my eyes, each like a dagger in my heart. I chased the serpent, trying to catch it, to trap it, to hold it and make it mine. It struggled, biting, and I was too weak to hold it. too weak, and it got away from me. I howled my anger and my love to the night. The serpent had escaped me, and I was left alone, weak. She was free to poison my dreams until the day I died. She would have been mine, should have been mine, but now I was hers. Utterly, totally, inextricably hers. I rose from my slumber, and the iron resolve in my heart was stamped with a single word. Mine. I might have been shrouded in thunder as I stormed down the stairs to my uncle's lab. I was unsurprised to see him still awake. It seemed the man never slept. I need you to make me a potion, Uncle, I told him. He looked at me calmly, unsurprised by both my presence and the power in my voice. A love potion, he asked. I told him what kind of potion I really needed and why, and he didn't try to dissuade me. My uncle understands things such as these. I paced as he readied the potion, restless. A caged animal I was, trapped in the life she'd given me, trapped in my love and my pain, trapped until I could make her mine. My uncle brought the potion. And this will give me the strength I need to take her, I asked. He nodded. I drank it in one gulp. The colors faded from my world then, but I did not miss them, knowing as I did that she would soon be mine. My jaws were long and powerful, jaws for crushing bone and rending flesh. My body was a mass of muscle, the sinews of my legs like tint steel. I was a beast, ready for the hunt. I approached her house through the woods this time, padding on silent feet ever closer. The house was dark and closed, but I could smell her within. The windows were only glass, and I was strong. Did you know that love is just another form of hunger? She screamed when I broke through the window, sending shards glittering through the room. As her scream pierced my skull, I realized just how much I love her, and how much I hated her. My new body was strong, and she was helpless. A blow of my paw, and she was senseless on the floor. I tore her cape from her unmoving body, her cape that had once been red and was now colorless, and left it on the floor. I dragged her onto the bed to give me a comfortable place in which to satisfy my hunger. Just like my dream, a dash of red on the sheets. And on the floor, her red riding hood, still warm from her flesh. When I returned to human form, I kept that cape as a souvenir. My wife wore it at our wedding.